Hi, I'm Mark Mikulich, Technical Product Manager for Small Character Technologies here at Squid Ink. In this video, we are going to discuss updating the date and time in your SQ Laser system. Okay, so we're going to power the system on. As the system boots up, one thing we're going to do is actually unplug our alarm beacon. And you can do that before you turn the system on as well. The reason we do that is we're actually going to be accessing Windows on the system to update the date and time. And normally when we do that, the system's actually going to throw an alarm to let everyone know in the facility that someone is accessing the Windows portion of the software. So if you don't want this thing kind of screaming at you, if you will, while you go into this page, unplug the alarm so it's not, again, making noise while you do this. Okay, so once the system boots up, we're going to be at our home screen here. What we're going to need to do in order to update the date and or time is we're going to have to open up the keyboard on our display. Okay, so again, we need to open up our keyboard first, and then we have to hit a couple keys here on the keyboard. This is kind of a backdoor command to get us into Windows, and that's going to be Alt and then X. So hit the Alt key and then X. That'll back us out of the marking software. Now you'll see, basically a generic Windows toolbar here on the bottom. So you'll notice we've got our time in the bottom right-hand corner. If we double-click on that, okay, so once we double-click on that time, you'll notice it opens up both date and time settings. Again, this is going to look very familiar to what you would see in Windows on your personal PC, for example. So one thing we could do is we could set the date correctly if for some reason it's off. Okay, so we can scroll through the month, or if we click on the year here, we can change that as well. You'll see we have a full calendar. You can click on the day that it's supposed to be, and then we could click apply if we change that. Time, you'll notice, is right here. We can also select time zones. So I'm actually in Central Time. This is set up for Eastern, so we'll go ahead and change that. So there's a drop down here for all the different time zones. Okay, so we've got Central Time selected, and then I also need to actually likely update my time too. So I'm going to click apply first. You'll see it applied that time zone change to the time up here. Now I still need to adjust this. So it is 9 o'clock. Okay, and you can see just by clicking on either the hour or the minutes, we can use the up and down arrow to adjust the time value. Okay, and then when we're done, again, just click apply. That's it. So if we've got the correct date selected, if we've got our time configured properly, we click apply, and then we click OK to exit out of this menu, and that's all you have to do. Okay, so really the important part here is knowing that command on the keyboard in our marking software to get into this window so we can update the date and time. Once it's correct, to relaunch our marking software, we're going to click Start in the bottom left-hand corner. We'll hit Programs, and then Mark is our marking software that will relaunch our laser software. So you'll see it'll just take a few moments here for it to boot back up, and we're done. Okay, so once we're done updating our date and time and we've relaunched our marking software, we then can go ahead and plug our alarm beacon back in. Again, if you don't do that up front, when we access Windows, it is going to throw an alarm. So that's why we had it unplugged. So we're going to go ahead and plug this back in, and then we're ready to go. All right, so that wraps up our video on updating the date and time in our SQ Laser systems. If you'd like to see more videos on this product or any of our other systems, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please don't hesitaate to head over to squidink.com for even more information on our entire product line. Thank you.